This is for my number one. This is for my number one. This is for my number one. Truly live for I know.
Hey YouTube, what's happening? What's going on, guys? Well, as you can see, there's an addition here. My name is Damiel. This is my wife Shavana, and this is Damiel as well. Right? Is that your name? Is that the baby name? Is that the baby name? Yeah, it's just a little smirk. So, what's going on, man? I know it's been a long time since I vlogged. It's been, what, 2 months? Mm-hmm. 2 months. Man, it's been a long time. But within this 2 months, I must say there's been a lot going on. There's been a whole lot, man. As you can see here, he's not fresh out of the womb, but he's new. He's pretty new. So first, shouldn't have looked at the paper, but first, man, that's what I want to talk to you guys about the baby. God has blessed us so much, man. These past 2 months, wow, that's not good. Well, yeah, it don't matter. God has blessed us so much, man. He's tested us. He's, obviously, like I said, he's blessed us. He's given us a lot. He's taken some things. He's given us more. It's truly amazing.
So, I guess we'll start.
Yeah, we can start with baby. So, the last time I vlogged was March 4th. It was the day before Shavana's birthday, which is also March 4th is exactly a week before he was born. He was born on the 11th, and so we'll start around that time. We can start. His due date was on the 9th, so we'll start there. So we'll start on March 9th. So, go for it, baby.
March 9th was a Monday. We had a doctor's appointment early that morning for a non-stress test to just see how, like, if I was contracting, his movement, his heart rate, and everything like that to make sure he was okay. Everything was fine. I wasn't having a lot of contractions or anything like that, but my doctor didn't want us to go more than 3 days past my due date. So, he told us our options, whether we can try getting the Pitocin or just opting for a C-section, but he wanted to do the C-section. I would rather try it out and see if he would come without it. So that's what we did. We scheduled to go to the hospital that Tuesday, March 10th at 8. But when we called, it was like, we'll come a little later. So we ended up doing that. By the time we got there and got settled in the room, it was like 10 o'clock. And that's when they had started me on Cervidil, which is a medicine that they put inside of you to soften the cervix. So they did that. So I had that from 10 to 7 in the morning. I didn't need the Pitocin because the Cervidil did his job and started my contractions. Let's see. At about 3 in the morning, I was only like 3 centimeters dilated. The contractions were getting more painful. So that's when I got my first round of pain medication, and that was just the pain medication that they gave me through the IV. Around 6-ish, that's when the contractions started getting worse, more painful. They were like 2 minutes apart, so I didn't really have time to catch my breath or anything. And it came on really fast, so I wasn't ready at all. So around 6, that's when I had asked for the epidural. I was still only 3 centimeters dilated. So at like 7 o'clock, the doctor came in, the anesthesiologist came in, gave me my epidural. And so that was at like 7. From 7 to 8, when my OB got there, I went from 3 centimeters dilated to 8 centimeters dilated. And she said, okay, we're finna have a baby. So from 8, but she wanted to sit me up higher and so the baby could drop a little bit more to get me to 10 centimeters. So they raised my bed, set me up all the way up, like straight back and everything. And about 9:30, that's when they started prepping the room for delivery. So I guess there's like 2 stages of delivery. So the first stage is just pushing so the head can come down further and then actually delivering the baby. So at 9:30, maybe like 10 o'clock. That's when we started to pushed so his head could come down. I pushed maybe like for 2 contractions, and they was like, all right, let's prep the room. So that's when all the nurses came in with all the stuff to deliver me or him. So I guess at 10:40 I started pushing, and at 10:43 he was born. 10:43 a.m. he was born.
And I think we have pictures. Do we have pictures?
Yeah, we have pictures.
This is what he looked like when he first came out. So he was 7 pounds,
14 ounces, 19 inches long.
pretty big.
Yep, he was a big baby. I tore a little bit, not much, nothing painful. But my recovery process is not like everyone else's. I recovered really fast. I was never in much pain. So, but that's me. And I was a very active person. I was, in shape, pretty fit, I would say. So it was really easy for me to recover, to push him out. The whole process was easy. My stomach went down I was back down to normal a week later. So yeah, that's about it. Now it's 8 weeks later, and I'm back at work and everything's normal. So I had on NSUs today. That's why I'm on this sweatshirt.
What was after that? What was supposed to be?
The car accident.
Oh, the car accident. So, oh crap.
Told you.
Okay, so,
We can edit it out.
was that? What day was that?
So that was March 11th. That he was born with home Friday, March 13th.
It was the 22nd. It was March. No, it was February.
No, you had Drew that next week.
Oh.
So he was there for the first week of the baby. That first weekend that we went home. The next weekend he had to go to drill.
So, on my way to drill. I'll talk to you guys about that soon too. On my way to drill. I've showed you guys the way to the base before from our house. It's not far. It's maybe like a mile. It's like 5 minutes.
It's walking distance.
10 minutes away. So, yeah, so on my way to drill, I'm driving, I make a right, and I see someone walking with NWUs on, and I assume, I know where they're going. So, I pull over, turn my blinker on, hazard lights. I say, I'm like, hey, do you need a ride? I stopped. I'm like, hey, do you need a ride? He's like, yeah, I need a ride. And he reaches for the door. A car stops behind me. And then next thing you know, boom! Somebody hit the truck behind me. The truck behind me hit the car. I'm scared of hell. The man didn't get in the door. He didn't get in the car, but which is good. But I got it. I got out the car, freaking out. When that car hit me, I rolled a little bit, and then I looked in the rearview mirror, oh shit, smoke. It was all gray. Terrified. I got out the car. I'm like, Shavonna's gonna fucking kill me. Oh my god, I don't know what to do. So I got out the car. No smoke. The trunk flipped up in front of the mirror. I mean, the damn glass on the back. Oh, here you go. So, I get, like I said, I'm out of the car. I'm checking to see if the other 2 people are okay. And it is amazing. It is a chief and a senior chief. They're both on their way to drill. Everybody's on their way to drill, it sucks because. I was trying to be nice and ended up getting into a car accident. So we called the police. Everybody, the police came. They got our information, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to drill. I'm going home. So this is what the car looked like. I'll give you 4 slides. This is what the car looked like. So, after that, I drove home. Let me tell you this.
I was asleep in the bed.
I called. It was like 6:30 in the morning, I must say.
And I had the baby all by myself.
But I called Shavonna 33 times.
Mm-hmm. Every minute from 6:30 to 7, whatever.
She didn't answer the phone. Didn't answer. So, she finally answered the phone. The last time I think I called. And I'm like, hey. I got into an accident. She's like, no, you didn't. I said, yeah, I did. And it was, she was like, oh, man. I'm like, it wasn't my fault, though. let that be known. I'm like, I'm trying to help somebody. I'm trying to be a good shipmate. So, got home. You know, I showed her the pictures. You know, did all that stuff. So, I mean, it kind of sucked. Like I said, I was trying to be nice to somebody and ended up getting a car and stuff. So, I called the insurance. You know, got all that stuff taken care of. Went to get a rental car. We got a truck. It was a Mazda CXV. I didn't like it.
CR?
I think CRV or CXV, some crap. It's right here. So, aside from that, what else? Okay, so I ended up called the insurance. Like I said, we got to rent a car. We took the car to the repair place, and I'm waiting for the car insurance to call me back and tell me what they're going to do with the car. So, what happens is they tell me they're going to total the car out, which sucks ass because now we don't have a car. We just have this rental car, but after they told me, you know, they're going to total it out, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, you only be able to keep the rental car for another week. I'm like, well...
They gave us a week to figure out what we were going to do.
What the hell am I going to do? You know, I don't have a car, you know. So, amazingly, I think that same day, later that night, I call the place where we got our car from. Libertyville. Libertyville Chevrolet. It's not far. It's like 20 minutes away from us. So I called them. I'm like, hey, I need a car. You know, I'm gonna come up there. You know, see what we can do. So we went. Me, her. Well, actually, he went too. We all went up there and sat down and talked to someone. I'm like, look, I don't have any money. I mean, all I have is, you know, God places the faith, you know, to give me whatever, however that goes.
We gave him the rundown of the whole situation.
I told him, like, hey.
Told us, what can you give us? So
I was like, look, we'll take a demo car. Shit, that's what we wanted.
We had a demo car first, if you didn't know. So
they were like, okay, let's see what we can do. Turns out, amazingly, we had to put $1,000 down, but it came later in the week. So I didn't mind. But that night we didn't have any money. So I was so thankful. God had blessed us like so much. I was so thankful.
We walked away with a bigger car for the car seat in the back seat.
Yeah.
Better perks on the inside. So it was.
And it had less miles.
It was
a blessing in disguise.
Yes, it was.
Kinda, because we have
Very
to
much so.
pay a little more on a car. But I mean, hey, what can you say? So we have a new car. I don't think we have any pictures of the new car. It doesn't matter. Okay, so after that.
So basically, we walked away from the accident with a 2014 Cruise, and we left the car dealership with a 2014 Malibu.
So it's bigger and better. So after that, we got the new car. So, anybody thought about joining the Navy? No? Anybody?
Well, we have both perspectives.
Yeah, the reserve side and the reserve side.
Active.
The reserve side and the active duty side. So, I mean, you got any questions about that?
Ask away.
Yeah, we'd be glad to answer the question. So, something else that's going on. Besides, I have to have surgery. I have to have surgery on my nose. I don't know. I think I've said something to you guys about this. Well, actually, I did when we were going home. We were at the airport. I was saying something about why I always blow my nose, or I'm sniffing or something like that. So, my septum is crooked. I don't know.
He has a deviated septum.
It looked like it is now. I've never paid attention to it. But now that they say something about it, I think it is. But
your hair look large.
It does. Like I went to the doctor Monday. I went to the doctor Monday. Ear, nose, and throat doctor. So, like I said, I've been having this problem for a really long time. So
we were in the process of getting it looked at and everything, trying to figure out what was wrong before we joined the Navy, but.
St. Louis, it was a we didn't have the best insurance, so it was okay. You know what I mean? But we got here, and they figured it out. So I have a deviated septum, and my turbinates and my nose are too big. Those are the things that stop your nose, like grow, like swell, and stop your nose. So those are too big. They're gonna do something with those, and they're gonna straighten out my septum. So it's called a septoplasmy. I get that in June. So definitely gonna let you guys know how that goes. But also in June, we get to go home. Have you checked out your chit chat?
Yep, my leave is approved.
Okay, good. So, we're going home June 10th. It's my mom's birthday. Yay. She'll be out of town, though. We're going to take him home. It'll be the first time Well, okay, so my mom's been here, my dad's been here, her
My
mom's been here.
And a couple other family members have seen him, but
Oh, Anna.
yeah, Anna.
Oh, and Tiara.
Yeah, and
Okay,
my
so-
sister. And so a handful of people have seen him, but the majority of our family have not.
Yeah.
So when we go home, we make sure we have to
see
make
everybody.
those rounds to see
So-
everybody.
I mean, if you think we need to come see you, let me know.
Let us know.
I might be able, I might whip this motherfucking Malibu, come see you. But
So that
all's
should
well.
be fun.
Yeah, so it'll be pretty nice. Also, my family reunion is that weekend too, so I'm really looking forward to that on my dad's side. What else, man?
Hey, drill in your.
Oh, drill. Oh, drill. Okay, so drill is once a month. It's like every 4 weeks.
Basically.
So what happens is I wake up, go to drill, get on the computer, do GMTs and KO. GMT are general military training. Those are things that we all Navy-wide we have to do every year. So I have to do some of those and yeah. So I go do those for a couple hours. I mean, I don't do those straight. Sometimes I'm not on the computer. I'm walking around the building or sitting there talking to someone. But for the most part, that's what I do for the day. But what it is, it's not us just sitting there. They're getting us ready for if there was a possibility that we would be mobilized. A whole unit wouldn't be mobilized. It would be specific people. Oh, this person is in this rate. They need to be. We need one of them. So they'll do something like that. But all in all, it's pretty easy. It's not hard at all. But it's something that I would recommend for people that don't know. Well, they know they want to get into the military or any branch of the service or whatsoever.
But
unsure if they want to make it if they want to go active duty, because you'll do active duty you'll go to boot camp and then you'll go to school, but right after school you go home. So you're back home. You're
back to normal.
Yeah,
you can
you're back
go
to
back
civilian
to school,
life.
You can go back to work, but you'll always have the military as a job.
Yeah, you get insurance, $200 a month. But yeah, it's amazing. I think that hands down, I think that's a perfect idea for anybody, especially someone like right out of high school that want to go to college or something like that. And you got a scholarship, boom, go into the reserves right out of high school, go back home, go to college, and there you go. You can do your stuff from college.
And you can time it right. Like if you can graduate early, you can go to boot camp, go to school training, and then be out in time for fall classes. So if you time it right, you can make it happen.
Great idea.
You have money.
But something that is really good about the reserves. My unit that I'm in, I get to go to Spain in September. The birds. I get to go to Spain in September. I cannot wait. This is the first time I've ever been out of the country. It'll be the first time I've ever been away from home. I'll only be there for 2 weeks. But I get to go. None of my family's ever been to Spain. I'm sure none of her family's been to Spain. I don't know anybody that's
Well, my cousin, she's a officer in the Air Force.
My cousin's like something in the Air Force as well. I don't know. He's in Germany. But yeah. So yeah. That's what that is. I can't wait. It's gonna be amazing. I'll let you guys know how it goes because I'll vlog on there. Hey. But what's kind of amazing that somebody actually commented. I don't even remember his name. Well, excuse you, sir. Excuse you. I don't know what he's upset about. He might be wet. But so yeah. So she's gonna change him really quick. So. Guys, I wrote it down, so I could remember the stuff to talk about. But it's been a great 2 months. Aside from the car accident, the whole stuff, the stressing out about the car. It's been a great 2 months, man. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I stay at home with him. We don't have to pay for daycare, which is good. It's just been great. I don't know what else would you guys like to know. I have to get back in the routine of daily vlogging because I really personally I don't do much. It's just around the house taking care of him and just being here. But that's my downfall. I think since I don't do much, I guess you guys don't want to talk about it. I guess you guys don't want to hear about it because there isn't anything to hear about. But I don't know. Maybe you don't because someone actually commented and asked me where the videos, which is pretty cool. I felt like
Shout out to you because that made us make this video today.
Yeah, I felt like I needed to do this. So, thank you for giving me the push for giving us the push to do it. So,
I guess we'll end it.
Yeah. So aside from that, man, thank you guys. You guys have any questions about anything, the Navy, the military in general, why we, anything about us?
I'm gonna make a video about my whole process with getting a rate since I'm basically an undesignated seaman. So
we should talk about that.
We'll do that. We'll make another. This is a 20-minute video. We'll make another video.
I hope you made it to this far in the video. If you did, thank you. Like you the real MVP. But okay, so talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot. And oh crap, follow us on Instagram. Whatever.
Yours is at Life on the Roads and
and hers is
at Vonna Latrice.
I'll put it in the description box if I know how. So
okay.
it'll be along. So all right, man. Peace out, man.